Hey YouTube, just want to make a quick video here about my Tristar C100. It is a CZ type clone. Probably one of my best shooters out of all my handguns that I own. I have various Glocks and some Walthers and some other various handguns. And pretty much what sets it apart is a few things. I'm going to go over that today with you guys. Just to kind of go over what it comes with. You can get these at Academy. Right now, I believe they're right around 400 bucks. I'm on Tristar's website. They have them listed for $460 for the black Cerakote. I don't think you're ever going to pay that high. Normally, probably right around 400 bucks. Anyways, just to continue, it does have a 3.7-inch barrel, which really sets us apart from a lot of CZs that you see out there in the fact that it is a short barrel. Normally you see CZs come in around 4 or 5.5, or excuse me, 4 or 5 inches for barrel length. This is a 3.7. Another difference, significant difference in my opinion, is the fact that this gun does have an aluminum frame. So it's not steel, it's very lightweight. The whole top slide is steel, excuse me. However, the bottom is not. And that really aids to the light and handiness of the gun. You know, I have pretty average size hands. See next to the mag here, and it's a dream in my hand here. Really nice to carry. You'll see the C100 there. I did cover up the serial numbers, hence the purple tape. But yeah, there's the manufacturer information. You'll see it says 9mm. But yeah, this gun comes in stupidly light for a metal firearm. It comes right in at 1.53 pounds, so very, very light handgun. I don't know if that's loaded or not unloaded. I don't have the scale. Sorry about that. Just wanted a quick tabletop review on this. I did pick this up used, and it did come with the VZ grenade grips, which are awesome. They look sexy as hell, and they do provide nice grip. And that's pretty much, I think, all that the gentleman had done. The sights are stock from the factory, from my understanding, and you'll see it's a blacked out rear sight with a white dotted front sight post, making for fairly quick acquisition on that sight. Probably helps with the aim as well with it. Anyways, what I have done to it, so I went to a website, if you go to Google and look up Cajun Gunworks, Cajun like the food you eat, and I ordered, I believe, 2 parts. It's been about 1.5 years since I've done it, so I'm going off of memory. But the first one is, there's a little pin here which the trigger works on, right? And it normally comes as a roll pin, as you'll see right here. Well, the only issue with the roll pin is you see that little hole there adds a little friction when you're pulling the trigger. So this is a, I believe, titanium or chrome steel pin, I don't know, but it's just a standard pin, and that made a hell of a difference as far as taking out the grit from the trigger. And then the biggest thing that I had done is added the spring here. You'll see it, it's a blue spring on there. They'll have it on the website for Tristar. I did lose this plate that goes in here. It kind of broke off after trying to attempt to put it back in, but I have zero issues using the gun in about 700 rounds. I do plan to order it at some point, but for a cheap handgun like this thing I think I got used with the VZ grips for around 300 bucks. This guy, I don't feel like spending another 50 bucks on a little plate back here. Maybe I'll do it sometime. But just to go over it real quick, it does come with these Metgar 15-round mags. These things are slick as snot. They're ridiculous. They are awesome. Anyways, haven't had any issue with these guys. Just to go over the breakdown real fast with you, you pull it back. Obviously, this gun is unloaded. You cock back, match up here to these 2 little lines. Flip your safety on. That is not a decocker, it is a safety. And at this point, you're good to go. You can pop out this pin here. I'll show you how I do it. So with the back of this mag, you'll see that this guy is a little raised out. You just push that in, like that. And now we're good to go. So now that we have that out, we can go ahead and pull that out. And we are set to go. That's pretty much it to field strip. Now to take it down further, of course, you can pull out your spring guide rod and spring. You'll notice it is not captive. This thing can come loose. Just be aware of that. And then your barrel just pops right out. That's simple. Believe it's hexagonally. Yeah, it does look to have the hexagonal rifling in there. Don't quote me on that, but that's what that looks like to me, like my Glock. And then I believe the gentleman, or maybe the factory, I'm not certain, had polished the feed ramp. But that's a very easy job with a Dremel if you ever need to do that. There's plenty of videos out there. Very lightweight. What adds to the accuracy of this bad boy is the fact that, unlike Glocks where you only have two surfaces, like here and here, that the rail was normally right on, this whole frame acts as a rail, which you can see right down in there. It is a full rail system, which is awesome. And the slide sits inside the frame instead of vice versa. And when you're talking about a gun like this, really no wobble, not, you know, pretty unnoticeable. It really aids in the accuracy. That and the light and trigger definitely helps. But yeah, just a quick video I wanted to make on this guy for y'all. If y'all had any questions or anything at all, feel free to reach out to me. A couple little bits too. It does have little serrations. They milled out there and up here, which is pretty nice. But overall, for a cheap buy, this thing is phenomenal. I do like shooting it a lot more than my Glocks, which I've always considered as my go-to handguns. But the reason is, it feels really, really nice in the hand. You hear about all these ergonomics, rants and raves about CZs, and until you pick one up and, you know, put it in your hand and point and shoot it, you won't understand it, because I never got it. I mean, it looks pretty generic to me, that hump and everything. I'm like, what the hell is this about? But once you get it in there, it just sits in that palm really, really nicely. Fantastic gun. Can't talk it up enough. But anyways, just a quick video, quick tabletop review for you guys. If y'all have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll be glad to answer. Y'all have a great day and Happy New Year.